Suzu attempted to assassinate Shoko, but was stopped by Kosho and his brother Seki, and she decided to join their movement.
When Shoke witnessed a man executed for a petty crime in the capital town of Meikaku in the Wa province, she threw a stone at the soldiers and ended up being chased by them. Meanwhile, Yoko learned that Gaho, the lord of Wa province, had been running a despotic regime.
You! Get off the sword! Let go!
There's an unpleasant smell in the air. It seems to be coming from you, Your Majesty.
I'm sorry. I had Hankyo carry an injured man to safety. But just like you said, Meikaku is filled with the smell of blood.
I want you to go to Koke with my men. Once you are there, you will visit the Rike that Taiho visited.
Huh?
There are Sennin that are among my men. You'll be able to communicate with them. Though none of my men know what Her Majesty looks like.
You're quite a brave girl, throwing a stone at soldiers. My name is Kantai. I work as a mercenary, mainly in Meikaku, but I also travel abroad.
My name is Shoke. Are you really a mercenary?
There are a lot of robberies around here, so I protect goods for money. My friends and I have chosen to rent this place together. We're really just a bunch of savages here, so having a pretty girl like you around should liven the place up.
I suppose. But are you sure it's all right? I mean, harboring me like this.
There are many unanswered questions about the way they do things around here.
What do you mean?
The tax here is 70%. Also, the mandatory public labor is very hard. And if you try to oppose them...
You'll be crucified.
I'm sorry. I haven't even offered you any tea yet. Sorry about the mess. Everyone usually eats out, so they tend not to clean.
Well, to thank you for letting me stay, I'll help clean so we can at least make some tea.
I really appreciate it. Frankly, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do in here.
You must have been born into a rich family. Are you sure you're a mercenary?
Oh. So, you came all the way from Ho. Where are you trying to get to?
It's called Shisui.
You're going to Shisui?
I was under the impression that I could get land and citizenship there. They're also helping the refugees from Tai there. Isn't that right?
I don't know about that, but I wouldn't go there if I were you.
Why not?
Like I said, the tax of Wa province is 70%. Actually, in some towns, the officials are lucky if they can get even 50%. There is only one town that will collect 70% no matter what. And that town is Shisui. The chief of the town of Shisui is Shoko. He is a beast who is supported by Gaho, the lord of Wa province. If they are accepting refugees in Shisui, it's only because the town's population is decreasing. In Shisui, if you are short even 1%, your entire family is executed. Not only that, sometimes an entire town gets burned down in one of Shoko's raids.
But I've already... You see, I've already talked to other people about going to Shisui. What is the new Queen of K doing about this?
The Queen is useless. The rumor is that the royal court is being run completely by ministers, just like they did for the previous ruler.
Why doesn't anyone say anything about this to the Queen? Someone needs to make her realize what's been going on around here. If it's just that she doesn't know about any of this, then in the end, she's going to have to pay for their sins. Her ignorance won't be a good excuse.
You told me that you had come here from Ho, right?
Yes, but I've heard Queen K is about the same age as I am, so I feel somehow connected. Someone has to let her know about it. After all, that's part of being a ruler.
And how are you going to do that? The Queen is far away, back in Kimpa Palace.
You're right.
Now a fire in Wa Province might get her attention. If a rebellion arose here and somehow caused a fire, she might just look into where all the problems started up.
I don't know about that. But we have to do something about what's going on here.
Well, then we are in full agreement.
There you are. Hey,
Who are you?
He's one of us.
He's a mercenary? Or...
I'd like to take a moment, and if I may, introduce you to the rest of us that are here.
all right.
We don't have a name for our group, but if you ever get into trouble, all you gotta do is look for the people wearing these rings and ask them where they come from, like this. If they say Shikin, the San Prefecture in Baku Province, they're on our side. Then you tell them you're Otsutsu from Rosho.
Does that have some special meaning?
It was hundreds of years ago. Sometime during the reign of Tatsuo, there was a Hisin called Rosho. Tatsuo invited him into the royal court when he was teaching in a nearby village. But he disappeared shortly after that. His name was Otsutsu. Well, I'm not sure if the guy really existed in the first place.
Is Shoko your only target?
Not at all. I want to drag out the bigger game that's been standing behind him.
You mean the Queen of K?
Huh? No, I'm talking about the provincial lord. He bought Wa Province with a bribe.
So are you saying that Queen K is in support of Gaho?
At least that's what some people are saying. That she fired the lord of Baku Province and let Gaho go free.
What?
The lord of Baku Province was loved by the citizens, and when the false queen appeared last year while the other lords supported her, he resisted until the very end.
And he was the one who got dismissed? While people like Gaho and Shoko go unpunished?
Well, she just took the throne, so some people say she just needs a little bit of time.
I guess Queen K is no different from the last queen then.
Hey, wait! You weren't thinking about doing something to the queen, were you?
I hate myself for what happened. Perhaps I should hate Shoko instead of hating myself. Still, we have to do something about Queen K and Shoko. Don't you agree?
To be honest with you, I don't really know. Perhaps Shoko and Gaho possess some unknown value in which they give to the kingdom. Maybe there's a perfectly good reason for the dismissal of the Lord of Baku. But even still, it's very difficult, especially when I think about him.
Difficult?
My brother, Seki. You see, he is very smart. He actually has what it takes to become an official if that's what he wants to do. But when he got a recommendation for a higher education, I wasn't very happy at all. What would he do when he became an official? Would he be working for Shoko? And would that mean he'd be supporting Gaho? Seki didn't feel happy about it either. It makes you angry when you hear about an innocent kid who was run over and killed. It's so infuriating and frustrating, it's hard to forget. There are people that have done things you want to forget, but you can't. Which makes for times when you want to feel happy, but you can't. I just hate feeling that way. When you're born, you're brought into this life so you can be happy about it, right? You want to be glad that you're born, am I right?
Yes, but you won't be able to as long as Shoko is around.
No, I won't. If I could just punch him down and that would solve the problems, I would. But unfortunately, if we really want to get rid of Shoko, we're going to need a lot more people like us. And if that didn't change things, then I would chop his head off if I were forced to. Maybe what I'm trying to do is just a little bit too outrageous. But I just can't take all of this anymore.
I know just how you feel.
I'm sure you do.
I thought it would be easy to spot a new grave, but...
Is it the child who was run over by Shoko?
I had no idea that crucifixions were still being done in K.
Crucifixions?
People are being executed for small crimes in the town of Shisui. There are so many things that we don't know about of what actually goes on in K. I want to check something out. I'm going back to Takuho.
I will go there with you.
No. There are people who might recognize your face if they see you.
But Your Majesty...
Please understand. I know I should try to get back to Gyoten as soon as I can. But considering all I've learned, if I don't do this, I may never get the chance to come back here again. I've realized that there's still so much for me to learn.
Very well, Your Majesty.
What's really important is that I get to see the kingdom for myself. I just want some kind of closure, Keiki. Not just as a ruler, but for myself, too.
You will be the first to enter. Tell them you have come to visit Her Majesty.
All right.
Welcome. Oh, it's you.
Your name is Suzu. Isn't that right?
I wanted to thank you for helping Seishu the other day.
Seishu! You're welcome.
He was originally from K. He came back because the new queen ascended. I'm Suzu Oki. And what is your name?
Call me Yoshi. Are you alone here today? There was a tall man and a boy named Seki here last time I was here.
You must mean Kosho. That's strange. He was just here. Are you here to see them?
Not really. It doesn't matter.
I came from Sai. The queen sent me. She's actually a very nice person. I feel sorry for the kingdom that isn't blessed with a good ruler. I don't understand why Queen K would let such a horrible chief or lord rule.
She's a kaikyaku. She's incompetent and can't make choices on her own. So she just has to do whatever the ministers tell her to do.
Is that true?
Well, that is the rumor.
I also heard a rumor that Queen K is in support of people like Shoko. And while she was letting the Lord of Walus, she fired the Lord of Baku. What's strange is that the Lord of Baku was supposedly a good lord. And he was well liked by his people. But still he was somehow fired by Queen K.
I have to get going now.
Is something wrong?
No, I just forgot about something that I have to do.
Oh, were you here?
I wonder if she's checking on us. We've been gathering weapons lately. Toki weapons. Maybe she knows about it.
Suzu, I want you to go to Lowe's place and pick up the goods again tomorrow. We should move out of here soon.
Right.
She didn't look like she was a bad person, though.
But she wasn't an ordinary person either.
I wonder when Yoshi's coming back.
I'm sure she'll be back soon.
Do you think that Yoshi's ever gonna get married?
I don't know. It's hard to say. But for right now, she's here with us.
Who would have thought you'd be hiding out in a place like this? Inho.
You look familiar. You were there the day Shojuku was burned down.
Get him.
What do you think you're doing? That man there, he knows how to speak my language. I could get more information about Queen K from him.
He is a
And
felon. We're taking him to Takuho.
Huh?
The chief of Shisui has been looking for him for a long time. What's wrong? Kill them. After all, they oppose Queen K. Kill them.
He hates us.
Run as fast as you can!
Wait, what are you doing to Enho? Stop it!
Ah!
KK!
kill them.
Run, Gyoku! Run!
Stay right there! Is the kid dead? I understand.
Why would you have to do such a horrible thing?
Because everything in this world is trying to kill me. I'm going to save Queen K, and then go back to my world.
Wait a moment, are you a friend of Yoko?
Yoko? Hey, did you say Yoko?
What are you guys talking about? Stop talking!
This can't be happening! KK! Enho! Why does she have... Yoshi? Yoshi, help us. Save the people of K.
Your Majesty, may I ask you what happened in Takuho?
Keiki, what kind of person is Kokon, the Lord of Baku Province?
I'm sure you know more about him now than I do.
I'm asking you about it because I don't.
You mean you dismissed him from his position without getting to know him?
From what I understand, the people in his province loved Kokon.
So I have heard as well.
If you knew that, why didn't you tell me?
When I showed my support for Kokon, you said it was only because I was a merciful creature. At the time, you trusted the minister's advice more than you trusted mine. Is that not correct? I have already explained to you that I did not think Kokon was the kind of man to scheme such an elaborate takeover. What makes you ask about him again now?
What did you personally think of him?
He seemed very respectable.
Then why didn't you say so?
If I did, would you have made a different decision regarding the matter?
Forget it, Keiki.
Your Majesty, are you upset with me?
I'm just angry at myself. You see, Gaho was the first to bring up the suspicion of Kokon. And there was no evidence that Kokon was part of the assassination attempt either. I'm sorry I got upset with you.
But
It wasn't right of me.
I should have taken the time to explain myself better.
No, it was my fault for not listening to you, Keiki. I'm so sorry. So who is Enho, really?
I heard from the Lord of Baku that he is a man of great wisdom. However, someone was after Enho, so I was asked to hide him in A province.
I see. What's the matter?
I smell blood.
Run, Kyoku! KK! KK!
He's still breathing. We have to get him to Kinpa Palace.
Kaiko, take him to Kinpa Palace with Hyoki.
KK was afraid. He had seen strange men lurking here. I just assumed that they had come here looking for me. But I guess... Keiki, go back to Kinpa Palace.
Your Majesty.
You shouldn't be here. Take care of KK.
Where is Enho?
He is nowhere to be found, not even his body.
Was he captured?
I'm sorry, but the girl is already...
Run, Kyoku! Run, Kyoku! That's my... trying to hide it from them? Is that what you were doing? Did you know? I'm sorry.
You shouldn't be sorry. There's no need for you to apologize to me. I mean, what do you have to be sorry for?
Forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm nothing but a useless queen. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to let anyone else die like this. Anho and KK, I will save you no matter what.
What is that? And at this time of the night?
It's Shoko. Shoko has the authority to open the gate after it gets dark.
More than likely, he must just be getting back from another hunt.
I'll bet he even killed some more children, too.
I want to tell the Queen in Gyoten. She is the only hope of the people. The 12 Kingdoms, Episode 35. A Great Distance in the Wind, The Sky at Dawn, Chapter 12.